Let me try this again. Give me a second to share this video. It wasn't showing up on my live feed page. Let's see, here it is. My phone's being really slow. Give me a second. If someone wants to share this in the New Earth group for me, that would be really, really amazing because my phone's being really slow and I kind of want to get right to it. So if someone could share this in our New Earth group, that would be amazing. So at least I have it shared somewhere. I have a lot of stuff to kind of cover really fast this morning. And I kind of have a busy day, but I wanted to go live anyway. Drop your name if you're going to want a card, because I try to do them in order and then people get really upset if they can't get a card or whatever. The Navy has unveiled the world's largest laser weapon. The LAWS is an acronym for Laser Weapon System. It is deployed on board the USS Prince amphibious transport ship and ready to be used right now. It pretty much looks like it's right out of Star Wars, these kind of weapons and where they're headed with them. We have thousands of bizarre sponge-like balls washing up on the French coast. Scientists have no idea what's going on there or where these balls of goo have come from, but they seem to be a byproduct of something. It could be a byproduct from something being dumped in the ocean, or there's something going on in the ocean. They think it might have been toxic materials from a building byproduct. Toxic waste from the Fukushima nuclear disaster is to be dumped in the ocean. This is according to plant operators from Tokyo Electric Power Company. More than 700,000 tons of water tainted with titanium will be released in the ocean. The water was used to cool the plant's nuclear reactors. They're trying to say it's relatively harmless in small doses too, which is even more disturbing. And now Utah is on fire, and wildfires are forcing evacuations. We had 3 major quakes in 4 hours as our planet's magnetosphere is buffeted with a coronal mass ejection and a corneal hole turning to face the Earth. So we're really getting hit with crazy solar energies right now. We also have a new moon coming up in a few days. So just to recap with what's going on energetically, we really haven't had a break energetically for a couple of weeks. We've been in an ongoing type of storm. Usually we'll have like a week-long storm and then we'll have a couple of weeks off and a break and we'll go back into it. But we've been consistently getting hit with energies of all types. So we're going back into getting hit with lunar energy, but we're also getting hit with these solar flares right now. What is that doing to your body? It is upgrading you and updating you at a really fast rate. So be kind to yourself and drink a lot of water. 26,000 were evacuated as the fires in British Columbia are worsening. These fires have been burning for 3 weeks. So we're really seeing earth, wind, and fire literally tearing down the third dimension. Anything not of high enough vibration isn't going to make the cut, basically. So more than 300,000 homes are without power as 16 inches of snow hit Santiago, Chile. That's the highest amount since the year 2000. This is July, and Chile is below the equator. It's supposed to be hot there this time of year. So when we get 16 inches of snow in Chile this time of year, maybe it's telling you that there are earth changes going on kind of on a crazy level. Solar eclipse update. Oregon officials are warning people to stockpile food and to prepare shelters. August 21st, we have a full solar eclipse. We've seen things going into motion though. They're expecting an influx of individuals, so now they're treating this event as a natural disaster. People are wondering why there's so much preparation going on. They're telling people to have plenty of food, gas, and to plan to be making it through several days without food or cell phone service. They said the lines will be down and jammed. We're not really sure why an eclipse will cause this. Or what's going on, but they just try to use any of these events to their benefit to spread fear and panic and oh my god, newsflash, it's an eclipse, nothing crazy is going to happen. It will be black in several areas of the country, but it's only going to happen for a few minutes. It's not a huge deal. I'm going to do cards now. We have amazing energy, actually. This energy is really, it's really shining a light on people we need to release and let go. And I have news for you guys. You can rip up, you can alter, you can kind of amend, do whatever you want with your soul contracts while you're here. It's really about becoming wise and letting go of toxic people, letting go of these old relationships that are holding you down, whether they be friendships, family members, whatever. Now is time to take inventory of your life and get rid of anything not serving you. The goal is to get back to a complete pure state of being. We're trying to purify our soul for ascension. And anything that isn't high vibe enough isn't going to make the cut. So what's that tell you? We need to work at raising our vibrations daily. We can't just do that overnight. We're not going to go from having a really low vibration to a really high one. It's going to take work. It's going to take constant upgrading. So at least every day we're vibrating a little higher than the day before. Every day we're doing a little bit better energetically. And real quick too, I have to insert this somewhere. The link for our website is above. We do readings, we do healing work, we teach Reiki. Most notably, I would recommend everyone getting a chakra opening at some point in time. We scan you and remove any energetic blocks and make sure all of your chakras are open and aligned. I just want to say I'm really proud of everyone around me and all of the healing work that everyone is doing. And the work with consciousness. Just every meme people are sharing, every spiritual meme, every uplifting thing that you guys are doing is lifting up the whole, and it's really doing an amazing job, and everyone is just doing a great job around me. Bra ahemd. This is a new beginning. This isn't the end. I thought maybe it was end times too. It depends on how you're living your life as to what perspective you have. Some people will see the end, but we actually came here to create heaven on earth. I know it sounds crazy. We didn't come here to see death and destruction. We came here to create something new. And this is a really good time to say that we have to be really creative. That's why I like this matrix. I'm getting pretty good at it because I'm getting good at creating things. I've always been pretty creative, even as a child. I was into art projects, drawing, coloring, you name it. So I like anything artistic and creative, and I'm always trying to support people that are on creative endeavors. So now is time that we take back our power as co-creators and we learn how to create our dream lives, the lives that we deserve, the lives that we've always wanted. And the amazing thing about this is that I had to insert this somewhere too, that we had to be careful about giving away our power by trying to help others, because sometimes we have to understand that we can't interfere with other people's lessons. As much as we want to, save someone or do their lesson for them, it's really a hindrance because that person needs that lesson. So you'll just kind of get in the way, and then the universe will give them the same lesson later. So sometimes we have to take a step back, and we have to more lead by example. I know we want to save everyone. That's just our human condition. We want to help. We want to save. But we have to kind of get past that fourth dimensional vibration and realize that, that we can be more of assistance by leading by example, by helping ourselves, and by being a really good example. So this is a new beginning, literally for you. Make the best of it. Linda Griffiths, good morning. We were working on your throat chakra as usual. Sing, let's see, sing, drink hot tea, speak your truth. You're really doing a good job at that. And we have to remember that we have to kind of basically let go of caring what other people think at some point. If I cared what people thought, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. You're going to get past that point where you just suddenly, you care more about your mission and what you're doing in your own soul, that eventually you're not going to care what other people think. So keep voicing your truth. It's going to get easier and easier as you go through this. I've been through some really hard stuff. Some of you guys have been with me since the beginning and seen all the stuff I've had to fight through here on Facebook very publicly, because I have a really public job now and I'm kind of in the public eye. So if anything, I would say it was a little bit harder going through it very publicly. So just keep fighting through it. You guys are going to get to a place of peace, of rest. We're just weeding out the people that don't need to be around you anymore, and it's going to lead to you somewhere very peaceful, very serene, and amazing, where only the people that vibe with you are going to be around you. And that means your soul group. That's your soul family. Some of you guys have real family members that are part of your soul group. Some of them aren't, whatever. But you're going to be drawing your actual family to you, which is your soul group. So keep speaking your truth. Mary Williams, there's cards for everyone. Disruption. What's cutting you off from the flow? I can always tell when I'm in the flow because I feel really good. I feel amazing. I get number codes, synchronicities. I see magic everywhere. I'll just have really good energy, a good time. And I can tell when I'm kind of disconnected from consciousness. Some of the biggest things that cut people off from source would be toxins, drugs, alcohol, lower vibration thinking, anger, guilt, any of those lower vibration emotions. So we have to let go of all of that stuff. We have to kind of reprogram ourselves to being more positive. I know that it's really human condition to think negative about ourselves and everything if we were following this paradigm and the programming that we were taught here. But we have to kind of disconnect from that and go back to being really positive and manifesting positive results. So it's actually, we're not ever being punished. It's our vibration that's determining what we attract into our life. So for my own life, I want to vibrate as high as possible. I want to try to attract high vibe scenarios to me and high vibe experiences to me. Connect more with source. Get outside. Get out into the sun. Meditate. Get out into nature. Spend time alone with your thoughts. I actually am kind of a quiet person, and I do my work quietly. And I know you won't be able to tell that from my live feed, but I do my work quietly, and I'm very empathic, so I like to be by myself a lot. That's why I like being able to connect with you guys on Facebook, so that if I'm tired or if I don't have any energy left, I can just unplug and kind of disconnect. So spend time recharging your energy. Take more salt baths. Get out into the sun. Go sun gaze. Close your eyes and just let the sun hit your third eye for like a few minutes. And that's how we download light and information. Actually, sun gazing will help you sleep better, eat less food. It will give your body all sorts of nutrients, all sorts of amazing things. TJ York. Good. I hope someone shared this in our group too. I didn't know people will be so upset if they don't see it. I just tagged you in something. Good morning. Yeah, I had a high vibe, exciting morning. I don't know, very entertaining. I can tell people are coming ungrounded though and unraveled from this energy. Some people aren't handling it that good. I see members of the elite are dying off. So I love this energy. This energy is healing me. It's helping my ascension in a deep kind of way, but some people aren't feeling the same way. This is kind of like a choose your own ending book. And people are at all different levels of consciousness here and have chosen all sorts of different kind of experiences. So not everyone is going through the same thing you guys are going through, literally, but a lot of people are. There are hundreds of thousands of people that are awake, that tell me about their spiritual experiences, that vibe with me, that are having the same exact experiences and seeing the same things. So while the majority of humanity may be asleep and it can be lonely, you guys are going to connect more and more with the right people, your soul family. Let go of fear completely. I'm really excited about your trip, TJ York. She's going to California. I want you to take tons of photos for us. I think it's amazing. Literally, let go of fear completely. Like, that's how we get rid of all of this. When we stop manifesting out of fear and manifesting the things that we don't want to see, that's how they all fall away. That's how the matrix works. Whatever we give attention to will really grow. So pay attention to what you want, your dreams. I don't care how unrealistic they are. We live in a manifest reality, literally. So you can manifest whatever you want by daydreaming about it, by consciously thinking about it. You'll just naturally draw it to you. That's the law of attraction. Kelsey Roan, material and spiritual prosperity. That's what I want for everyone. It seems like there's a disconnect between those who are choosing the spiritual path and then the material path. There's a very big disconnect. And I know even in like Hopi prophecy that they would show you that if you don't pick the spiritual path sooner or later, that you're not going to be able to go back from that material path. There's going to be a point where you're not going to be able to do it because we can't raise our vibrations that fast. So you really have to get on that spiritual path. Just because you're on a spiritual path doesn't mean that you have to be broke though. Because our original frequencies are love and abundance. So we can bring and attract abundance to us. I don't gauge my happiness by money anymore, thankfully. I gauge it more by like love and abundance, and I look at the abundance in my life in other ways. And in doing that, I've become much more abundant. Let go of your expectations. You've always had everything you've ever needed, even if you didn't have everything that you wanted here. You've had everything that you've needed. You're always being taken care of here. Work on your soul and your material situation will improve. It's just kind of the way it works. So keep working on spiritual purifications. You'll be able to manifest easier. You'll be able to draw what you want to you easier. Danielle Thaler, good morning. You are an indigo starseed, just like all of us. Let's remember though, we've had incarnations as all different types of entities. We're energy, a vast energy source, so we've been all different types of roles. But you're definitely an incarnated starseed. We all have starseed origins. Even if people don't identify with those characters, we all have it in us. So you don't really like authority, as do all of us. But we're not going to go tear down any systems. The Matrix is already doing that on its own. The universe is already doing that. We're part of a divine plan. So we don't have to do anything. Everything's just falling in on its own. You're seeing Earth, Wind, and Fire destroy the third dimension. I don't think you can really argue with the forces of nature at this point. We're kind of gearing up for a pole shift or something spectacular. So all of this is going to change. I look at it like a sophisticated video game. Like we live in a hologram. So we're going to level up. We're going to ascend or graduate. And we're actually going to go to higher dimensions to learn. So we're not going to really dismantle these systems. We're going to go within and we're going to dismantle any kind of systems we still have running in our systems. So like for me, I'm trying to get rid of that poverty mindset where I would believe I would never have enough. I would always be sick, limited, whatever it is. Those type of negative programming defaults that are just kind of in our subconscious, I'm trying to get rid of those permanently. And we do a really good job of removing any of these energetic blocks too. So we're really trying to remove any energetic blocks that we have within ourselves that are limiting us. The only limits that we have are ones that we placed on ourselves. And unfortunately, we inherit a lot of our judgments and pre-notions from our families and our parents just being born. So we're kind of trying to undo that negative programming and redo it like a positive programming. Nikki Fox, Youngstown, Ohio. That's pretty close to me. Have fun, love and light. And then you said something, truth, and you get truth too. Speak your truth, have fun. You're going to do really good there. Speak your truth. You're doing amazing, like amazing. And truth is one of the keys you need to higher dimensions, truth and love. Also divine wisdom. It's more like love, truth, divine wisdom. You need certain chakras open to access these higher dimensions. But the really amazing thing is that people started out with the lower chakras they were working on, like I know I did most of my life, and now we've moved up to the higher ones and even higher. So it's pretty amazing. Speak your truth and have fun. Jamie Chaney. She's got, look, hit. This is the universe hitting you, Jamie. Literally, you're coming into harmony with yourself, and now you're going to come into union and harmony with that spiritual union, that spiritual relationship. And look, Jamie's been around me. I'm not sure how long. I've been going live, probably about a year steady at least. I've been around most of you guys for about a year at least. Maybe, I mean, really I've been awake a couple of years now, but I kind of jumped right into it. But I've been around you guys a while now, so I'm trying to heal you guys being around you. And the amazing part, this is what's rewarding. It's not any financial gain you could ever get from a job. This is what's rewarding, is me seeing people create their dream lives, me seeing twin flames come into union, people complete their souls and draw their flames back to them. It's pretty amazing. That's just so rewarding. It's much more rewarding than any kind of career you could ever pick, I assure you. So I'm really excited about this relationship. Just work on peace, love, and harmony all the time. You have to learn how to get along, and it's all about balancing the divine masculine and the divine feminine. That's what it's going to come down to. We're first learning how to balance ourselves, and then within perfect divine timing, we come back together in union with our twin flame. So it's pretty amazing. I'm really excited. It's making me smile. Jennifer Quendo, sorry. Conflict and defeat. Pray. Hand it over to God. I feel like I reach my breaking point like once a month. I read an article someone posted, I think Angela Love, about we go through 4 dark nights of the soul. I've been through like 1 million. I feel like I've been through 1 million in this process. So I have a lot I do all the time. Doing this healing business, I'm always literally trying to run these groups. You know, I'm married too. I have just a lot I'm always doing. Sometimes I feel like Superwoman, and everyone reaches a breaking point eventually. For me, it happens a little easier than most. So literally when that happens, pray, hand it over. We go through many ego deaths in this process. It's more like a shedding, like we're like a snake shedding layers of our old self to become our higher self eventually. That's what we're growing into. We're not here to do the American dream and see how much materially that we can gain. We're actually here to become our higher selves and for a spiritual evolution. So just be really glad if you're at that point. They always say, I always saw a meme that said, the battle's begun when the light workers are on their knees. Be glad if you're at that point. That's really the universe bringing out your authentic self. So pray, hand it over to God. Search Merino. Oh, it's winter there. Well, it's still not normal. Material. It made my end time news, so it's not very normal to get that much snow in one day. Mental conflict. It's not. I've watched this weather globally. I don't even tell you guys all of it because it would be like, I have like 30 headlines to pick from a day. And most of it is like right now China's pretty much underwater. I'm not sure if they're getting hit with harp storms or what. We have countries in South America flooding really bad. Turkey is underwater right now too. So on and off, we have Arizona underwater. We have a lot of places that are really getting hammered by the weather. You really can't deny it. So according to the law of one, what's happening is pretty normal. It's just the earth, wind, and fire destroying the third dimension, and we're gearing up for a pole shift. So the magnetics are actually reversing right now. So I'm not getting any snow here usually. Where we used to get a lot of it, we're barely getting any. And we're in Northern America. Mental conflict. Defeat your ego. That voice in your head that felt the need to tell me that. Defeat that voice in your head. The problem is with guys is that you're so logical anyway that it's a little bit harder for you guys to kind of get out of that thinking and back into a sense of intuition or knowing. That's awesome, but it's still not normal and we're still going to have a pole shift. Get back to that sense of intuition though, that knowing, instead of feeling the need to be right or like to tell a complete stranger your truth in a way to make yourself feel better. Do it to speak your truth and to help the whole. I know there's a lot of people who are using spirituality to make themselves feel really good. I want to use my spirituality to impact the entire collective and to change lives for the better. Get back to what you're doing. Get back to your mission. Get back to that heart space, that heartfelt place where you can actually help for the whole. Because you have amazing spiritual gifts. We all do. And we're meant to come together as a whole and work together and to share our gifts to really help humanity. And if you want your gifts to come out more and more, you're going to have to get back to a sense of purity. But it also comes down to being nice to people. Our words really have a big impact on our own bodies and our own souls. Imagine if your soul was basically like a space like this, covered in every word you'd ever said your entire life. I know, that's how people kind of think of it, but that's really how your energy field is. Our words on a daily basis are affecting our energy field and how we're going to vibrate and our vibrational frequency. So pay attention to your words. Use them to heal people. Use your words to help and heal people, not to make yourself feel better. And defeat this. Erica Diaz, emotional loss. This is so big. Oh my God, my friend is going through it. Her brother just died, and we go through so much pain, so much grief in this matrix, literally. And some of it didn't even happen this life. You have to understand that we've had hundreds of thousands of lives here, and the universe spent a lot of those lives, many of them, trying to just wake us up from all of this. I look at it like I was kind of like under a sleeping spell. And when I met my twin flame, it's kind of like a Sleeping Beauty story. He literally woke me up from the matrix. So we had these lives, and the reason why we can't remember all of our past lives is because some of them were dark, some of them were depressing, some of them you really wouldn't want to sit around and think about right now. So we have to heal that past life grief that we brought here with us. For me, it was like a separateness. It was like a very painful separateness feeling, but I also had, my mother died this life, and I had a lot of grief from that, which probably just exasperated it. But it was like a separateness pain because I had been lied to, like all of you guys, and believed I was separate and alone for so much of my life that it was a very painful feeling in my heart chakra. Work on healing your heart chakra. That's really the first step to your awakening, is healing and expanding your heart chakra. Just keep working on it. You would really benefit from a chakra opening too. Skylight, destiny. Well, there's a fine line between, when I tell people there's a fine line between manifesting your future and remote viewing your future, because we have a lot more control over our futures than we like to think. Other than soul contracts, you have a complete blank slate and you can create anything that you want here. Look at it kind of like a playground. And if you want to call it God or source, I'm not sure what your religious or spiritual backgrounds are, is kind of protecting us and giving us this little bubble of protection while we play in the playground. And we can kind of learn how to co-create here in this realm where we're not dangerous to others, and we have more of a safe space to create while we're learning how to get a grip on our mind, because our minds are what we're manifesting from. And right now, we're not manifesting the best scenario on a collective. If you look around, I'm sure you guys could see some things you're not happy about. I'm sure we all could at this point, right? I mean, we might not align with everything, but I'm sure there's some basics going on that, you know, we could be living better than this on a collective level. So we're going to go ahead and take that focus back on our own lives, and we're going to take back our destiny and learn how to create our lives that we want. And by doing that, if everyone does that, it will change the entire collective in a deep, big kind of way. So literally, focus on creating your own fate. Mary Williams, amazing. And we're twin flames. I did have a soulmate. They're very different unions, and both equally divine, but they're very, very different kind of levels. But amazing that you like it. Don't make any huge decisions right now. No one should be. I told my, the usual people, every kind of lunar storm will keep messaging me and having a hard time with the energy. And I can always tell right on clockwork, right? I have the same people messaging me because the moon energy is coming close and it makes them a little bit unraveled or ungrounded. Don't make any big decisions right now. This is what I'm telling people. Don't make any big choices. Don't go quit your job right now. You know, I know that you might not be having an easy time in it. Don't make any big decisions. Choose wisely. Just kind of chill, meditate, integrate these energies, rest more, drink more liquids, and kind of meditate. Linda Lou Layton. Financial and material changes for the better. Always in my world, everything's always going to get better, not worse, and we can control that and we can create it with our vibration. So you're doing amazing spiritual work, like literally. So as you're doing this work and purifying your energy, you're going to start to attract real abundance to you in your life. We can really create anything we want here, so why not create love and abundance? Danielle Thaler. This is another card of abundance. Theme of the day, manifesting abundance. Until like probably the next 5 days, 6 days, everyone should be focused on manifesting what they want. This is a card of abundance, literally. And it's probably the best card in the deck. So it's going to tell me that you have financial changes coming to you for the better, and to work on manifesting what you want. Some people use vision boards. Some people just daydream about it like I do. Some people make lists to be clear with the universe. I'll start some manifesting posts on my page too. Make sure you like my personal page too, like the Sparks of Divine Light page too. And I'm going to do some manifesting posts big time this weekend to help you guys manifest what you want. I'll also be going live tomorrow morning with, I'm going to say her name wrong, but Jenny McCarthy, who does really amazing. I put a link on my personal page about her meditations that she does. She's doing a Mary Magdalene transmission, and I catch all of her activations. It's like an activation, and we'll be going live tomorrow to talk about her activation she's doing on Saturday, and then me and Sparks are going to go live Sunday. I'm not sure what he wants to do, some holistic stuff I think, and some meditation type stuff. I'm trying to get him warmed up so he can tell everyone about his extraterrestrial experiences and some good stuff, but he's kind of getting used to the camera, so bear with us. And we also hope to have our Violet Flame meditations recorded this weekend. So we're really working on some big things. Make sure you like our page for sure. Danielle Thaler. Because we are transforming, and you guys get to be around it, and it's amazing to watch all of us transforming and evolving too. This card's really for the collective. We're basically going from literally caterpillars to butterflies, but there's an interesting fact about that. The caterpillar and the butterfly actually have different DNA. So it starts out the same species, but it actually changes its DNA to become another species. That's exactly what we're going through right now. We're activating our DNA, repairing it, and that is ascension, turning on these strands of DNA. Humans used to only have 2 strands of DNA, and now most people are going to 12 and above. We also do DNA activations too, and third eye activations. You can check out our site for that. Michelle Marie. Fulfillment of wishes. Make a wish. Make a wish. Because it's easier to work on manifesting one thing at a time. So I've heard. Make a wish today, Michelle. I would like you to make a wish and be very clear with the universe about what you would like if you could only desire one thing. Because this is like the universe telling you that you have a free wish card and it's going to make it come true. So this is your homework when you get off of here. Make one wish today. Write it down on a piece of paper and give it to the universe. Because the universe is actually always working so hard to make all of our dreams come true, believe it or not. Sarah Grubbs, good morning. Hit. And this is exactly what I want for Sarah and see coming for her. A spiritual union. This is all everyone wants, really. Humans just want to be loved and to love. So this is what you have to look forward to. I already knew that, though, because I'm only drawing people that are looking forward to soulmate or twin flame unions to me. I'm usually drawing people to me that I can heal in some capacity for these unions. I'm really excited about it. I hope you're still working on your Reiki. I haven't been checking in with you as much as I would like. I've been really busy. Keep practicing your Reiki. Keep healing yourself. Work on self-healing. And this is what you have to look forward to. This is the end goal. I put up an amazing post about strings on my personal page this morning about the strings that connect all of us. And as an energy worker and someone that can see and feel energy, I know this is very true. So you're always connected to those that you're meant to be with or that you're going to end up with. Emily Mason, amazing. The waiting game. You're not going to wait for your Messiah or your Prince Charming to come save you. You're going to actually take control of your life and you're going to fix it yourself. And I just want to say that my life was pretty much at some point what someone might have called unsalvageable. And I did it. I completely flipped around and changed and turned around my whole life. I refused to accept the labels I was given, and I made something more with my life. So if I can do it, anyone can really do it. That's what I'm here to show you guys. That it's not hard, that all it takes is a change of mindset and seeing things differently. Your lives are not as bad as you think. There are people starving all over the world. There are people dying from these healthcare systems. There are people being poisoned on mass scales. Your life is not that bad. You actually have everything that you want, and you have amazing spiritual gifts and powers that you're just about to start tapping into. I saw a video last night, and I forget, but someone said, watching my video will give you symptoms like levitation, telekinesis, psychic abilities, things like that. Well, that's pretty much how it is watching my videos. You're being activated right now, and you're being healed. So it's going to really help you tune in more and more and do amazing things for you energetically. Brittany overslept. I wasn't able to share it everywhere. My Wi-Fi was acting really slow. Brittany is here for wisdom. And you're not going to get it from listening to me talk. You're going to get it from being around me and downloading information directly off of me. That's how I got all of my knowledge, was I just kind of downloaded it off my twin flame. So being around those that are awake, we're always downloading information off of each other, which is pretty amazing. That's why I step outside my comfort zone to do these live feeds. But you're doing so good, amazing, and you have all that wisdom already. Brenda Rogers. And then real quick, I had to check the time. I have a very crazy day. Brenda, work on your sacral. This is about sexuality, literally, like literally. So, let go of guilt. I know there's a lot of like guilt that we've been taught, literally around sexuality. Let go of it. Those are only kind of distorted in our systems, so that people would be afraid to have sex and have this fear around it, because sexual energy is very powerful. It's a Kundalini energy. It actually can heal. It actually can expand our chi or our life force, and it's a good way to recharge. So of course they want to distort it. I'm kind of all over the place because I lost my comments, but let's see. Ashley Lynn Washington. Sacrifice. What are you giving away your energy to? A big part of my awakening was realizing that I was pretty much vampire food and being drained energetically, and it really catapulted me to an awakening. Don't give away your energy. Don't let others drain you. You have so much control and power over your energy. Don't give it away too freely, because you need it to manifest the things that you want into your own life. LaFrance Garcia, love begins. This is my hope for everyone. And if you want that ultimate love, you have to love yourself completely. I did a really amazing Twin Flame broadcast yesterday. It's on this page with the Akash Academy. And she was really talking about self-love, and it's so true. We have to love ourselves completely. Otherwise, how do you expect someone else to love you? If you can't love yourself, there's always going to be that hole in you, and you're going to get kind of something incomplete back. So in order to master love with someone else, you have to master self-love completely. You have to learn how to love all the aspects of you. I'm learning to love everyone else and all the other divine aspects that are here. And some people I just don't vibe with. So what I do is I stay away from negative people. I only align with high vibe people. And I'm careful with what I do with my energy. And I'm emulating self-love. It's kind of like glowing off of me. So work on more self-love. That's how you're going to achieve happiness. Angelica Serafina, you're back. Discontent and boredom, I hope not. We have nothing to be bored about. We're all on a divine mission, and we all are coming together as a whole. So we each have our own little mission, or our soul guiding us to where we're going. And you have so much going on around you. Get focused. Focus more on yourself. You're doing that. You're doing good with self-love. Just find where you fit. Find your real purpose. What do you want to do? What are your skills? What are your gifts? And stay focused on it. You have so much going on around you. And your mission, your purpose is anything you want it to be. Anything you want it to be. Literally. Like, I could drop all this if I decided I didn't like it, and I could go do something else tomorrow. It's whatever you want to do. Whatever your spiritual gifts are. You'll just kind of find it. It will resonate with you. LaFrance Garcia. The universe is telling you that you're doing a really good job. I already told you guys that. You guys are all doing an amazing job. You're right where you should be at all times. So you're doing really good. Recognize that in yourself. I know we're always telling everyone else they're doing a good job, and we don't tell ourselves enough. Marlene Lavache. Memories of love. We have to really let go of our past. I didn't have the easiest past either, but I've let go of all of that. I've completely let go of it. And it's so freeing. We have to become lighter for ascension, so we can't hold on to this stuff anymore. We can't take any resentments, anything we haven't forgiven or let go of with us. It's not going to be able to pass through. Only a state of purity will. So we have to let go of all this. What that looked like for me beginning my ascension, I would have a lot of memories of my childhood and my past coming up. You're just meant to view them one more time and let them go. Curtis Hatch, heartache and loss. Process this grief. Literally, process this heartache. You really had to let go of this past stuff. And I don't even want to say this because I really try to stay out of people's relationships. But I don't feel that girl was your flame. I feel you need to let go of her, and she was just a soulmate, and that you really have a different flame, a real one somewhere else. I know people get so upset when I say that. I think people get confused with the types of relationships they're in, because if you really think about it, every love you've ever had felt like the one, or you wouldn't have committed so deeply. So I know in hindsight later on, maybe we can see, oh, that person wasn't the one. And sometimes it's easier for other people around you to see your situation, because sometimes when you're so up close to it, you don't see everything in detail. But you're around everyone from your soul family right now. I think you need to process this and let it go, and decide, really meditate on it. I had a soulmate union, and if I knew what the word twin flame was, I'm sure I would have thrown it around then too. I'm really glad I didn't know what that was at that point, or it probably would have made things complicated for myself. We get hung up on these labels. Your twin flame is always going to be your higher self incarnate, just to let you guys know. Teresa Bratcher. Shadow. You can either follow your ego or your soul on this life. And your ego is that voice in your head, like I'm always telling you, and your soul is that sense of knowing or intuition. And if you follow your ego, it's always going to lead you wrong. If you follow your soul, it will never lead you astray. Follow your soul. Follow that pull that you feel, that pull to do the right thing. Kind of meditate and start following your soul, going back to that sense of intuition. Women are naturally more intuitive, so it's a little bit easier for us to do that. Ali Menez, how is Bear? He's doing good. He's sleeping in the living room. We're kind of having a chill day. I have to run out of here, so he'll be napping all day. He's a Taurus. That's what he likes to do, lay around and sleep. Work on your solar plexus, literally. This is so hard because we're empaths, so we're taking on everyone's garbage like sponges, and we have to be careful that we're dissipating all of that baggage out of our bodies and out of our energy fields. You have to really work to keep your solar plexus open as an empath. So I always tell people to take a lot of salt baths and get out into nature. Caitlin Batters. I know, it's a high vibe day. I love solar flares. You know, the new moon energy isn't that close. Everyone should still be great for a couple more days. Triumph, success. You're doing so good with everything, like literally amazing. Thank you for helping me make that connection yesterday. I had a really good broadcast. I'm having a good broadcast today. I'm staying real high vibe. Hopefully it'll be contagious and you guys will leave here smiling and feeling better. And I will happily take on any lower energies for you guys. So you guys are already so successful in everything you're doing. Stay high vibe, stay happy so that you guys can attract better situations into your life. No one wants to be miserable. No one wants low vibe things happening. I don't know, except for maybe I can name like one person in our life, but she'll get there. But she's always attracting things like broken things in her home, nails to her tire, broken, you know, stuff in public, people yelling at her, low vibe type situations. We don't want to draw that stuff to us anymore. We want to draw high vibe, uplifting, synchronistic type situations. So just stay high vibe, literally. You've yet to meet awakened people near you. Well, they're all over the internet. There are some awakened people I've met near me, but not a lot. I can probably name like one, maybe two around me. The thing is and then I'm gonna pull up a picture right now. I have to. The thing is that we're all spread out right now. Let's see. We're literally all spread out globally. This is the reason why no one's awake near you. We're about to turn on this grid of ley lines for the first time ever. You know that every ancient pyramid structure is on one of these ley lines and they're energy points on the earth. So we're all spread out, literally just like this. Like one of those dots is me and my twin flame. One of them is you. And we're turning on this grid. So unfortunately, we're all really far away from each other this life. Like literally. So the internet is making it a little bit smaller, the earth a little bit smaller, and it's making it possible for us to connect via venues like Facebook or YouTube or whatever. You will. It's going to catch on. Shelly Francis, work on grounding, get outside, go outside barefoot, literally walk around, go outside barefoot, chill outside, you're always doing that anyway, get more into nature, ground yourself, meditate, let go of fear completely, like completely, there's nothing crazy that's happened yet, right? We haven't had Yellowstone go off overnight, we didn't have anything crazy, no natural disasters for real. I know we're seeing a lot of it around the matrix, but it's not affecting us on a personal level. So let go of fear completely. You're divinely protected. You have a whole team of angels around you all the time. Stephen Tyron, will today be good? Yes, if you have patience, it will be. We need to have patience with each other, with the other aspects of ourselves. We need to really have patience because things are not even happening fast enough for me. So have patience. The universe works really slow. I know that because I'm slow doing my work. And the universe can do its work really slow. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it's fast enough for us. So just have patience. Good things are really coming to you. I'm going to let you guys go on that note because I have a really busy day. But you can find me via my website and set up anything with me that way, and I get right back to you. I have some orders from yesterday. I'll be getting back to everyone right now. Stay really high vibe. Have a really good day, and create what you want with this energy. And I'm going to let you guys go. Om Shanti.